Hello and welcome to Skyline, ladies and gentlemen. I'm Driti Atri. The NEET examination, it is one of the world's largest medical entrances. Every year, millions of students compete for a very limited number of medical seats. But after allegations of paper leak and irregularities surfaced, students demanded accountability, a fair investigation, and reforms in the examination system with the resignation of India's education minister. The whole issue reached the Gen Z of India, and after 32 days of protest, eventually the youth of India is on the streets protesting for a fair chance. Now comes the important question, ladies and gentlemen. Did the US government officially react to this whole issue or not? Because this is not a protest anymore. It is a revolution. Here the simple answer is no. The US government has not issued any official statement supporting or criticizing the NEET protest. There has been no White House statement, no US State Department advisory, and no official diplomatic response specifically on a NEET paper leak issue. Why? Because the United States generally treats the examination system and domestic education policy as the internal affair of sovereign country. Unless an issue directly affects the US citizens, American security interests, or involves any serious human rights concern, Washington usually avoids making any official statements. But that does not mean that America ignored the story completely. Several international media organizations, including the US-based publications and global news agencies, reported on the protest because they reflected a much bigger concern. Whether one of the world's biggest education system, it can guarantee fair opportunity for millions of young people or not. Well, the international coverage highlighted students' frustration, the allegations of exam manipulation, in fact political protest, and government's decision to order the investigation. Well, from an American perspective, if we see these protests, the whole protest raised an important question. Can talented students succeed if public examination lose credibility? In the US, universities usually admit students based on multiple factors, including school grades, essays, extracurricular activities, recommendation, and standardized tests where it is applicable. Now, on the other hand, if we talk about India, then India depends heavily on a few high-stakes competitive examinations like NEET and JEE. So, when such an examination is questioned, millions of careers could be affected all at the same time. Many education experts say that trust is the foundation of any examination system. If students begin believing that hard work alone is not enough, confidence in the entire system, it starts to weaken. Well, for Indian students who are planning to study or work abroad, the NEET controversy has another lesson. American universities and employers closely value transparency, merit, and institutional credibility. They expect examination system to be secure and fair. While the NEET issue does not directly affect Indian students applying to the US universities, it has renewed discussion about examination reform and academic integrity. In the meantime, the Indian government has maintained that it is committed to protecting the integrity of public examination, but the students' demand, it is still not fulfilled, which is why the Gen Z of India, they are on the streets. Let me conclude this for you. What is the America's view here? It is not a story of Washington taking sides. It is a story of world watching how India responds to one of the biggest education controversies. Well, the credibility of competitive examination matters not only for the students inside India, but also India's global reputation as a country producing world-class doctors, engineers, scientists, and innovators. Well, at the end of the day, every student deserves one simple thing: a fair chance, because talent should decide success, not corruption, not leaks, and not unfair advantages. I'm Driti Atri, and I'll see you in the next episode.